Okay guys, I know it's super dark and I'm driving right now in the car and just, thinking about different things because me and my team had our weekly Zoom tonight, and we're always, talking about the business, but we're also always talking about, a million other things, that's just what happens when you get a bunch of girls together, I guess. But we have a weekly Zoom, and we're always, getting on there, and we're sharing with each other what has been working for us. We'll talk about, each week we'll have a little topic, and we'll talk about the topic and then other things. So, if it gets brought up, then we'll talk about, how to talk to a certain customer or how to do this. And I feel like it has just changed so much for our team and our businesses, because it is so important. I don't think it's stressed enough how important it is to be surrounded by amazing people who want to do the exact same thing as you do. Like, I think it is so underrated. I love getting to talk to them, and I love, getting to see them grow, because it's crazy how, different people, all these people that are on my team are working their businesses so differently. And that is just amazing to me. Like, that's just something that I never really, thought about, or I never, saw coming, was just, all this diversity in my team. And that's exactly what I want. I want to be able to help my distributors find what works for them and what's, going to help them be successful. For me, it's working social media. For me, it's working social media. That's what works for me. And so all day long, I can tell somebody how to be successful in their business with social media. But I also try to be educated and know different other kinds of ways to grow a business. But, as I was driving and I was thinking, about all the different questions I got from new distributors, because I think it's so refreshing, to see new distributors ask questions. I'm like, whoa, it's so different. It's things that I completely look over, and it's things that, I'm like, I have to go back to square one, and I have to, break it down. These are the basics. And I have just had so many of my distributors that have just been, dragged down by their team. And I have had so many people, so many distributors come to me, with, I just don't know why my team's not working. I just, different things like that. How do I get them fired up? How do I get this person to want it for them as much as I want it for them? Well, here's the thing. The thing is, you cannot want this for anybody else. At the end of the day, you're going to sign so many distributors, and of those distributors that you've signed and enrolled, very few of them are going to be your runners. Very few of them are going to grow with you. Most of them, will work their business part-time, work it a little bit, and then there's going to be some that join and completely just don't work, completely just quit as soon as they start. And I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what makes them not want this. Because at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares that they don't want this as much as you want it for them? If they don't want it, why are you gonna push it on them? We have this amazing company and this amazing job opportunity, and I just, I can't get over how unimportant it is to waste time on those people. And I try to tell my team this over and over, and that's what, has kind of drove me to make this video, is it's giveaways where she genuinely will make these giveaways because she wants her team to get a taste of promotion, and so that they can see what this business will do for them. She genuinely does these contests just so that these people will want it enough to promote themselves or want it enough to get their business going. And it was just crazy because she would do these contests over and over, these amazing contests. I'm like, oh my God, like I would totally take advantage of that. But she will do these contests and, won't get any responses out of it. And she would come to me and she would tell me, like, I just don't know, what to do to get my distributors going. I don't know what to do to get them fired up. And I'm like, you have to go and, find new distributors. That's what it comes down to. If your team is not working, it's not you, and being her, I know I don't even have to question that she's working her business. I know she's working her business 24/7. She's a rock star. She's amazing. And so I know for a fact that it's not her. It's the people that she's setting up. And, I told her, like, you just have to go look for more people. Instead of investing this time into these people that don't want it, why don't you invest this time into finding people who might want this more than you know. You never know when you're going to come across somebody that seriously needs this business, seriously needs an extra $500. So don't waste your time on the people that are already on your team, already have that amazing opportunity, and are choosing to do nothing with it. You can't waste your time on those types of people. And that also leads me to my next point was going to be that you have to start being very selfish with your time when you're growing your business. I know that this didn't really hit me until after I was diamond or above, but you have to be very selfish with your time. You have to be very picky with who you waste or spend your time on. It's not always a waste. If you're spending the time on the right people, then that's an investment. That is not a waste of time. That is a huge investment, and that is something that is going to pay off so much in the long run. So, yes, you have to be picky with your time. You have to decide who and what you're going to invest your time in. Now I'm going to roll my window up. I'm sorry. There we go. I just realized that was down, and I've been driving, and I hope y'all can hear me this entire time. But yes, you have to be very picky with your time because, your time is so valuable. And I don't think people realize this enough. Like, I don't think people realize, like, you have time, and you have the power to choose what you do with it. So, say one afternoon you're working for 3 or 4 hours on your business. Well, if you're spending 2 of those hours working on a team that is not going to work with you, if you're working with distributors who don't want this and are like, acting like you're bothering them, me personally, I would take that 2 hours of my time in the future when I sit down to go do 3 or 4 hours of business. I'll take those 2 hours and I'll replace them with something else. I'll either replace the people I'm talking to and trying to help, or I'll just replace it completely. And, for those 2 hours, I'll say, you know what, I'm going to message people instead. These distributors, if they're not wanting to work with me, then I'm just going to use these 2 hours to reach out to new people. So what it all comes down to is, you choosing what your worth is and you choosing what you want to do with your business. Because if you're putting time into other people's businesses that they don't want it, then, you're sacrificing your own business. So that's pretty much my point for right now. That's pretty much all I have. But I can't stress that enough. I can't stress enough how important it is to just be so stingy with your time, you know. Treat it like it's valuable, because it really is, and you're going to see a huge difference in your business when you start using that time toward things that are going to positively impact your business. So just keep that in thought. Next time you're down, or you're feeling hopeless about, you know, distributors, or you're feeling hopeless about your business, just think about how valuable your time is, and think about what you could be doing with your time. You know, if you know, lay down at night and you're on Pinterest for an hour, so guilty. Or I'll go check my emails and get distracted and start online shopping, and I'll stop myself and I'll be like, you know what? This is time. This is time I could be using to work my business. This is time I could be just messaging people. So instead of sitting here on Nordstrom online, I'm going to message 50 people so that I can afford Nordstrom later. Have a good night, guys.